The 13th responsibility of woman is to reveal the future possibilities of life after death. The woman does not limit the guidance of her children just to the field of earthly life. She feels in her heart and through her own intuition that life should not end on earth, but should continue forever. Man can intellectually admit such a postulate, but the woman feels it. In giving birth to a living form, she comes in closer contact with life, and to a certain degree she identifies with life. She comes in contact with the living entity, the unborn child, who is in the process of building his body. It is impossible for her to believe that the life and the being she has contacted in her pregnancy and during the nursing period can die and vanish. Her psychic nature, her intuitive contacts, give her the conviction that life will continue even after the body is dead. She has this inner conviction, even if it is clouded by materialistic pressures of many kinds. Woman is the bridge who links the subjective and objective world, the world of the soul, and the world of body, within herself. Psychologically, woman has a closer contact with the spiritual world than man due to her intuitive perception and sensitivity. That is why the Eleusinian, Zoroastrian, and Egyptian mysteries, the connecting link between the subjective and the objective worlds, were virgins who acted as mediators between the world of wisdom and vision and the world of everyday life and its problems. Virgins in the mystery temples esoterically were those women whose focus of consciousness was totally anchored in the intuitional plane and were never interested with the reproductive systems due to their sublimation in previous lives. Because of this, they were able to contact higher forces and become transmitters of great visions, ideas, and revelations. Many women in history, after having a contact with the supernatural, lifted their focus of consciousness to the intuitional plane and gave humanity a supreme teaching and a great beauty, gradually ending their physical level relationship with their beloved one. Contact with higher forces requires that the subject should use her or his forces very discriminately. This is why monasteries were established and convents were in operation for many, many centuries. Of course, the existence of monasteries and convents did not guarantee that the students or members were really heading toward total sublimation, but that was the preordained goal. It is very rare to find real virgins who are not only withdrawn from their physical activities, but also are withdrawn from their emotional and mental counterparts of sexual desires. The responsibility of women is to direct our attention to the fact of the continuity of life and advise us to live wisely on the path of infinity. Psychologically, the mother cannot accept the death of her children. Isis was a mother goddess who emphasized this fact. She stood as a bridge between life and life after death. It is the mother's responsibility to emphasize life, the continuous life, like a thread on which our short lives are as beads. To do this, woman needs to educate herself to prove to her children her innate convictions of immortality. It is amazing to see that in all esoteric fields, the women are the majority, and not only in attendance and study, but also in leadership. In the past 100 years, we have had very remarkable women in the field of esotericism who gave us a greater hope for the future. We have Helena Petrovna Blavatsky, Alice A. Bailey, Helena Roerich, Valerie Means, and many other great ones who spoke and wrote about life after death and about the continuity of the consciousness. A mother stands for life. She instinctively knows that there is no death, and she is going to teach this fact in our modern language of science. A mother is a link between the mental plane vision and the physical plane. In her, these two worlds meet, and that is why she is aware of the mental world, psychic realms, and the orientation of the physical world to them.